Kansas Supreme Court says cops can search your home without a warrant if they claim it smells like pot.
That's always been true.
What's that smell?
Ooh, that smell. 5 years ago, the U.S. Supreme Court refused to endorse a principle that could have allowed any cop with a search dog to search any home. The court ruled that deploying a drug-detecting canine at the doorstep of a suspected marijuana grower's house in the hopes of obtaining probable cause for a warrant, which requires nothing more than a claim that the dog alerted itself, constitutes a search under the Fourth Amendment. But what if a cop without a dog claims his own nose detects marijuana inside? In that case, the Kansas Supreme Court recently ruled the alleged odor provides a probable cause for a search, which the cop can execute without waiting for a warrant if he says he was afraid the contraband he thought he smelled might be hidden or destroyed in the interim. In practice, the 4-3 decision issued on December 7th gives police carte blanche to search any home at will.
Let me go into your home. Let me take away all your freedoms and rights.
You know, I just can't wait until this type of headline is replaced by millions of police officers jobless nationwide as petty weed arrests are no longer a thing. You know what I mean? Like, fuck you. Like, why are we subsidizing with our tax dollars a force of people running around with their noses in the air seeing if you're smoking pot in your house? Like, is that really what your average Joe here in America wants the fucking police to be doing? You know what I want them to be doing? Protecting businesses from getting burglarized, protecting homes from getting broken into, protecting people from being shot. I don't want them running around town with their nose in the air and a special dog made to smell a totally harmless plant that I'm smoking in my fucking house. That's way outside of the purview of what's needed to keep a fucking polite society. Who agrees to that? Who agrees that a scent coming out of my house is probable cause for a cop to kick my door in?
But we all know
this is the Fourth Amendment, the right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrants shall issue but upon probable cause, supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the place to be searched and the person or things to be seized.
So it's a clear violation of the Constitution of the United States. But also, it's just, this is obviously, like it said, what it alluded to, it's just carte blanche to the police. It's the police go, I smelled weed in your house. I'm kicking the door in. Oh, I found something. Oh, I didn't. Oh, well, I get to search your house and just come in, look around, and see what I want to see.
Well, notice the fucking wording of the fucking headline here. If they claim it smells like pot, that's the point. So they don't even have to actually smell weed coming out of your house. They can just go like, I kind of detect some weed, sort of. Let me in.
Boom.
So here's that in practice. If you doubt that characterization of it being carte blanche, consider the dubiousness of the odor that supposedly justified the search of Lawrence Hubbard's apartment. Lawrence, Kansas police officer Kimberly Nicholson followed Hubbard home after mistaking him for someone with an arrest warrant.
Okay, so really no reason to follow him.
As Hubbard exited his apartment to clear up the misunderstanding, Nicholson testified she smelled a strong odor of raw marijuana emanating from the apartment. She claimed she was standing about 2 feet from the door, while Hubbard said she was more like 6 or 7 feet. What police ultimately discovered was 25 grams, less than an ounce of marijuana, which was inside a sealed plastic container, inside a locked safe, inside a bedroom closet about 30 feet from where Nicholson was standing.
There's no fucking way she smelled shit.
The cops also found a small amount of marijuana on a partially burned cigarillo in the living room.
That's probably what they smelled, if anything.
Would have smelled like burnt marijuana, not raw marijuana, by which Nicholson presumably meant cured marijuana as opposed to growing or freshly harvested plants. Another officer, Ronald Ivner, nevertheless testified that he also smelled raw marijuana while standing outside the apartment, an odor he described as potent and overwhelming.
Potent and overwhelming from a safe in a plastic container sealed 30 feet from him. Fuck these cops. Fuck this stupid law.
No, not just in a safe. In a bag, in a safe, in a closet, in another room of the fucking house.
You know what it is? It's that Kansas is their weed legal states, and they don't want to make it legal. So now it's like, now we have to punish people. Oh, they have the audacity to go to other states and buy it where it's legal. Let's punish them. That's all it fucking is, dude. They're criminalizing the behavior. Who's this guy harming? She followed him because it was a case
false
of
pretenses.
Yeah, under false pretenses. We could say, look, maybe it was mistaken identity. So maybe she wasn't doing that on purpose, But the minute it was like, are you this person? No, I'm not. That's the end of the interaction. But then claims to smell something so she can so all these other cops can come back, kick his door in, violate his fucking constitutional rights. And then the Kansas Supreme Court, instead of saying the cops are wrong, they violated his rights, have cited now to basically do away with the Fourth Amendment.
What we've decided is that cops are a force of people that can just fuck with us.
Whenever they want.
Yep. Whenever they want, however they want, because they say they detect whatever in the air, they can just come in and fuck with your shit.